maybe. It'd be okay if we have technical difficulties.
I've got a generic note
So
for it.
do I. That's the first time it's done it on the first try.
Well, then I guess we better call this thing to order. It is 6:30, so. All right. Huh? No, she is.
Okay.
You just filled in
Secretary, I'm here.
You filled in last week, or last time, sorry. All right, we'll call this to order, roll call here.
Here.
Here, yeah, everybody's here. You wanna read the last minutes? So we can approve those, please?
Approved past minutes, February 10th, 2026, meeting minutes were approved. Dustin motion, Joy second. Old business, gun raffle. The gun raffle update presented by Brian Mason. We're still waiting for approval to hold the raffle. Tickets will go on sale at that time. New business, additional appropriation. Trustee needs approval to petition the DLGF to spend the money in the rainy day fund for the raffle expenses. Justin Hyde, motion to approve the transfer of funds as presented, Joy second. Real-time Information Center, Lieutenant Brian Neese and Patrick Rabigan
Yeah, I don't remember that.
presented the operation of their outfit. They work with the police departments and government entities in Hamilton County. They would like to mount an additional camera on the southeast corner of the township building for public safety issues only. An example, chasing robbery suspects fleeing the scene. Video storage will last about 30 days. Arctic would need to tap into our electricity for minimal amp usage. Township board was concerned about using footage for other purposes, such as writing traffic tickets. Arctic agreed that they would change the verbiage of the contract to state our concerns. Arctic is sending the trustee and the township attorney a copy of their standard memo of understanding. The attorney will rewrite the MOU, adding the concerns. Dustin made a motion to approve the contract with the added verbiage, Joy second.
And Ann still has the contract, they sent it to me, I sent it to her, she's gonna rewrite it.
Okay, I'll motion to approve the minutes as read.
Second.
Okay. Old business and
I didn't know
old
whether it was
business.
technically
new
older
business.
news,
Yeah, it's
so.
both. It's just, the only reason we're meeting today is for, that's the right word I'm looking for. Organization of the gun raffle.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, can I stop for a second and get you guys to sign this?
yes. So, while we're on the record, Brian already asked me, Chad Galloway has authorized us to use the elevator catty corner as additional parking if needed, with the understanding that I did tell him we'd have the county put a camera thing out. He wasn't worried about it, but I said, no, we're gonna do it for everybody's protection. So, that has been okayed. And then, I guess, you got any major updates at this point that we need to?
I talked to the property owner. The guy who built this house no longer owns that stretch next to us. So I talked to the property owner who owns that. He is more than willing to, as long as it's dry, he's more than willing to let us have parking over there.
Okay.
I told him the same thing. We would work on trying to have a camera over there for his protection and ours. He would, again, wasn't concerned, but we could do that. If it's dry, the plan is we'll park them in the front yard out here first. And then we'll park them in front of the pond. And then once we overflow that, then we'll go back to his parking. Obviously, the 50 spots that we have in the driveway would be a first come, first serve. Whoever shows up is going to get those. I'm going to try and get all of my people to park back by the fuel pumps. And that way we'll have room to get people in and out. What we can't have is we can't have cars parking along the curb because then we can't get the apparatus in and out if we need to. But we're going to try and keep the north half of the drive open. Everything on the south half will basically be essential. All the parking spots essentially will be open. So we'll do the parking spots, the front drive, the pond, and then his property. And then if we have any overflow, we would have to go into the grain bin, but I don't know that we're going to get that far. I took 40 tickets down to the gun dealer today. For some reason, he thought it was April 11th. So he thought it was this weekend. So he was very happy to find out that it wasn't until May 9th. He has, of the 40 in the main raffle, he said he has 37 of them or has purchased them. He just doesn't have them on hand yet. He had been thinking that he had have it this weekend, so he was planning on having everything by Friday. That include, and then he said he has the stocks that he had pre-planned for our side raffles. So we packed tickets yesterday, laid them out in envelopes, and got all that stuff squared away. So we are currently set to hold up to 75 rounds on the side raffle, and that's the amount of side raffle guns that we purchased. So, what else can I tell you? What would you like to know?
How are we currently on ticket sales?
I am holding 134 is the next available. So minus the ones that have been handed out already, pending, pre-sales or whatever. So that first 50, 60, whatever. But you guys all have some tickets that are still outstanding. And then we'll have 25 here. If I need them more, I can go down and grab them off of him, or he'll bring them up. And if he sells more and we have any, then he said he'll take more down there and sell them.
So how many tickets are sold?
200 altogether.
Right now, we're
At 134. So
Yeah,
I've got 133 either spoken for or out. All of the ones that I have sold we've been paid for. So the rest of them, we're just waiting for you guys to give me the stubs and the money, and we'll have that stuff squared away.
I want to go offline because of names
Yep.
for that part of it, but I have a whole bunch right there.
I'm tracking the tickets, so we're trying to figure out how we're going to do the registration at the beginning, whether we do it alphabetically or numerically. Right now, I have the tickets laid out in numerical order. And basically, if you come up with your stub and you say, I'm ticket number such and such, we should be able to flip through them and find them pretty quick. Or, like I said, we can set them in envelopes. Then they will take the small portion of their ticket, stick it in the medicine bottle, and they will drop it in the bin. And any we have that aren't present at the end of registration, we will put those in medicine bottles and drop those in the bin. So that way, everybody can see that their ticket went in the bin. So.
And we could do a cross-reference thing also where we have the alphabet or done alphabetically and numerically. So if they,
Yeah,
but
the
they
plan
have to
is
have the
once
ticket, I guess.
once we have the registration list of everybody on it, we can do it both ways. And somebody like I said, they can flip through and figure it out real quick. But
Okay.
the idea is for them to be able to put their ticket stuff in the medicine bottle and in the bin. That way, there's no question. And then we'll take out whatever's left and we'll deal with those, making sure again that hopefully 200 tickets go in that medicine bottles.
Okay. The safe is ordered and we will have it here, should be.
And the 3 guns are included in with those others. So like I said, he either has purchased them and is waiting to get hands on, or has them promised to it.
And I believe we have 4 pistol vaults
Okay.
that we're also gonna have from the safe dealer. Which we can talk about how we're gonna give away those. I think I know how after talking with them, I think I know how we should do that, but we'll discuss that in a little bit. I believe that, so we're ready to do a sign too out front.
Yes, if we were caught
I
up
think
with
everybody that I've sold tickets or sold tables to should have emailed you.
the list that Laura sent out to you guys, included everybody but the vet, and the vet sent me one right after that. So I have,
Is the vet on this one?
on that sign, yes, should
Okay.
be.
So,
Cause the safe guy said he went through, but he double checked, cause I talked to him today.
Uh-huh.
Did you not, still haven't got his? On the
I haven't checked my email today. I was on the road
there's
all
the
day.
ones we have.
So that's what I have so far.
Okay.
And to top it off, Logan Street Sign said if she can put her logo on there, she'll give us the banner for free.
Okay.
I told her to put her logo on.
Nice.
Okay.
You like free. We do like free.
Sammy Welchel, the mowing guy, said he would send an email today. I talked to him.
I was gonna say a text just came through from him, but I don't think
Yeah.
it's about that. I think it's about.
No, he
something
said he
else.
had to get a hold of you about something else.
Yeah.
So that's everybody that I can think. No, Booths are not on there, so I need to get them on there too. Okay.
I would say if you
I
have
will
a,
have that in the next couple of days.
I would say, I know Laura had a list of them, so everybody but the vet was on that list. So, yeah,
I will get on those live. I just talked to Sammy today. He said he could do it, so
Okay.
if you're already in communication with him, just find out. He said he doesn't have a logo, so just whatever he wants on there.
Can you
Okay.
send us a copy of this?
Yeah.
If the, or
Well, you
whatever
want
the
the
final.
final?
not
Yeah,
done
when the
yet.
Do
final.
you want this one or the final?
I just want the final. I don't
Yeah.
need that one.
and I did tell her that, somewhere on there, I wanted it to say gun raffle, or fundraiser, gun raffle, whatever. And then if she could leave just a blank spot, we could put sticker numbers on there.
For the date.
That way, yeah, and then we could just keep reusing the sign if necessary.
Nice.
So,
Okay, perfect. All right. All right, so the only thing I have beyond that is the figuring out the table stuff. It's like I said, I want to do offline because I have people's personal information.
Where are these tables being set up?
In the base.
They're putting all the apparatus out and all the tables will be in place.
so the north end will be the front essentially, and then they'll go from front to back.
I know what, the number one question I've been asked. You have to be present to win.
No.
And when I tell them no, but you'll have to go pick up your gun,
Mhm.
we need some kind of information on where that would be. Because I don't know where this dealer is.
Yeah, does he have
exactly.
flyers or something?
Yeah, we can get what you need, but it's
Give me a
it's
name.
USDS in Greenwood,
Greenwood, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure where it was at. So,
or US Defense Solutions, I guess is the technical
okay,
name.
yeah, just, yeah, we need that.
Yeah, we'll get that out.
Okay, perfect. I think that's the only thing that I've been in up with. Is the food part all coming along? Hope everything good there? Are we good?
Yes,
I
we'll,
haven't had no input on that, so.
we'll talk to some of the people that live close on the day of. Just, we need people to make, the au gratin potatoes. They come in a box. So this oven can make like 4 at a time, maybe 2 at a time.
They come in a
So,
box like pre-made? and we
no,
just
like
heat
come in
them?
a box and you mix them up and stir everything in and
Hamburger
cook
helper.
them. Like you would like it would have been a box. So basically, every bag makes, a big tray, but it's just like what you buy off the shelf, only bigger.
Okay.
So we'll have to get some of the people who live close to go home and make a pan or two and bring them
Do
back.
we know how many pans we're making?
I don't know. I bought a bunch.
Okay.
I bought a couple of roasters, the fire department did, and we'll have one for the pork chops, one for the chicken, and one for the baked beans. And as far as I'm aware, the baked beans are just canned beans, so literally we'll open up a can and just keep pouring them into the roaster. So,
I can probably loan you a roaster pan as well. if you- I've got one of those. And I might be able to help you. My wife has a huge oven, so we might be able to help you with that.
so,
My mom lives close, so we've got her oven and.
So the biggest thing on that is that day is I might need people running
mhm.
them back and forth, and then
Right.
she could cook them.
Yeah.
So.
So we'll have to, my plan is to be at the vendor at 8 o'clock Saturday morning and pick everything up. It'll probably take me somewhere in the range of 45 minutes, an hour to get back here. So anytime after 9:30, we need to start cooking au gratin potatoes.
Okay.
And that way we have them ready then.
I could probably make that a lot easier.
Okay.
And I'll just take them to the school and use the kitchen.
My other thought was you could put those type of potatoes in a crock pot.
Wait a minute. I wonder if Molly's one for her place. She runs the kitchen.
At Durban, that's, yeah.
I thought they turned the stoves off over there.
I got
She runs
access.
Molly runs the kitchen there. She lives in Wayne Township. Let me reach out.
Yeah.
But is it Durban or Star?
Well, either-
She's here.
Whatever. It's still Durban.
No, I didn't know if she was at the other.
No.
She's here.
No,
New
she's
Durban.
not.
Oh, Deer Creek.
Yeah, that's Deer Creek or
That's the
something.
word I was
like that.
looking for.
No, she's not at Deer Creek. She's,
I mean, let's just keep it simple.
Yeah,
That's what I say. And if I can do it all at one time,
no, yeah, that'd be great.
let me just do, yeah.
especially
Or right here. Yeah, either one.
with you being an employee or not an employee, I want to get that done. All
Yeah, I mean, I'm just,
And I have access to that building.
U-Haul down that over there, that trailer.
I was gonna say, I don't have access to any of that, so that I can't even put that into my category, so that would be a great help.
right. That's why we're having this meeting.
With extra hands.
That's why we're having this meeting, 100%.
So I can either do it at Fisher or I can do it here. I'll tell you a story off the record.
I do have her.
Another grill.
All right, cool.
That's
So,
Yeah, I mean, if we can get one.
all right, well, I'll be around, I can be around to help set up in and out that day around kids' sports activities.
Yep.
I'll
So
be
say I
here.
took off work from the hospital, so
I'll
I'll
be
be
here.
around all day.
Yeah, other than sports,
Honestly, well, at least a couple of us are gonna be here. Like I said, whatever time I get back with the food, we will probably be here all day from that
yeah,
point on.
no, 100%.
Decorations, table covers,
Joy's doing the table covers, Joy's doing the centerpieces. Are you able to print the logos, or do I need to do
I
that?
can print.
I was gonna say, we can print double-sided logos and laminate them and stick them on the cards.
I can even laminate them.
Oh, even better.
So, okay.
Yeah, just tell me what you want. Yeah, just give them to me.
I will send you the email, well, I'll get your email off of Laura, but I will send you the email that has all of them on that I've been sending to Logan Street Signs. That way you can just pull them off the PDF and figure them out how you want them.
Well, and we had talked about, so like at there, so we have the 8 tables up front, and then wherever the early admission people choose to sit, that we would have a table center with their logo on it, and then the rest of them, weren't we gonna try to do one that had?
I would
thank you
love
to
to
our
have all the
sponsors,
tables
all
to
of
have
them.
the,
Yeah.
thank you to our
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Like a small version of that.
Yeah.
On the centerpiece, and then
Yeah.
yes, for the reserve tables, we need to say, it needs to say reserved for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple engine machine
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
KV vet, whatever.
Well, so we'll put however you guys figured out, as they come in, we'll put those on their tables. I printed out 3 of our permits to hold the event. So there'll be a copy of the permit in here, there'll be a copy in the kitchen, and a copy out in the bay. They're laminated, they're good, it's our permit for the year, but anytime we have an event, it has to be visible.
Sure.
So, and the gaming commission says they have the right to show up if we publicize something, so I don't know that they would, but if they show up, it has to be posted somewhere.
Approximately how many people do you have that's gonna work this thing?
All of my people have been told they need to be here. Not all of them have committed to being here all day.
And that's
Okay.
like
Yeah,
20,
20
22.
people.
I mean, realistically, yeah,
Okay.
probably, we could probably say 20, 23 people.
Okay. That's fine.
how many do you need?
Well, you're gonna have. I mean,
As
you're
many
gonna
as I can get.
You're gonna have to have people food, you're gonna have to have people selling tickets, you're gonna have people doing registration when they come in. You're gonna have somebody-
We gotta have people parking, we gotta have, I did buy no parking signs for the septic field.
Okay.
So I bought 6 signs that we could either put on the big barrels or the
I was
tall
gonna say, I
posts.
haven't heard back from the guy about the
I have
barrels yet.
sandwich boards if you want to use those.
Um,
8-frame sandwich boards.
Yeah, I was just, anything that we can tie tape to so they can't basically drive around them. And that's what I was worried about. We can keep them out of the septic field, we'll be good.
I got a pile of T-posts.
I was gonna say
If we could come
T-post
up
and
with
rope.
T-posts and rope.
Yeah,
It's like between a couple people in here, you come up with some.
so, I mean, we can come up with some pretty good ideas. Obviously, I haven't talked to any tow truck, but if anybody parks in there, I think we just call a tow truck and have them towed immediately. Because all they're doing is ruining our septic field. It's gonna cost us a lot more to fix that than it is for them to pay their tow bill.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will take that.
Where is it?
Right out front here,
Yeah, that's right.
Out front.
between the driveway and the telephone pole on the Durbin side of it.
I'm sure if we mark it off.
And that's the thing. Most of the time, if it's marked off, they're not going to. If it's not marked off, they'll absolutely park there because they think it's closed. So, but I did buy no parking signs for that.
Okay, cool. So, yeah,
So across the street, there's a lot of stuff even under the grass to crest over the hill. It's soft. I mean, we park semis out on the grass.
what do you need from us today?
Well, if you're able to help with the au gratin potatoes, I mean, the big oven or that would be phenomenal. Come the event,
That's me.
I think that,
I'll be here to help set up.
I think we were talking about, you were gonna run the safe raffle. I bought raffle tickets just for that, so that'll be you. Laura and I were talking, we have to sell 70 tickets. That doesn't include the third giveaway. We have to sell 70 tickets. That covers all of our costs of the safe and 3 guns. If we sell 7, and then so we were debating on the semantics of it. If we sell 70 tickets, all 3 guns are paid for. So at that point, do we want to say 75? We add that second gun in to make it more incentivizing? Because I don't want to do it before they're paid for.
Yeah, that was our thought. It's a safe and,
Because otherwise, we're giving away a gun that we still haven't paid for.
which essentially, most people will probably do, the tickets are gonna be $50 a piece or 3 for 100, isn't that what you
I think
said?
that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
So that's 25 people wanting to buy a ticket.
Right.
Or 2.
And then you would add in a second gun.
Are those the side tickets?
No, this is the safe
This
tickets.
is-
It's a
this is
completely separate raffle.
Separate raffle from the
Separate,
side raffle.
I've been thinking about that. I've been back and forth on it. Cause I like,
No, we're not advertising.
how much do we have to,
No, no,
so
no.
we have to sell, if the safe's 1,000, we gotta sell, let's say everybody does the 100, just for easy math. You gotta sell 10 people to cover the safe. And then, depending on what gun you start off with, you need another,
I was gonna say, I know, but if you want to know, I'll tell you. But
no.
that was the whole point of the mystery.
Well, I might know, but I'm not. telling you.
If we go, like I said, if we sell 70 tickets,
Just remember it's being recorded.
I know that.
if we sell 70 tickets, the safe and the guns are paid for.
All 3 guns.
Yes.
right. Well, that's what I'm wondering, like,
You want to
it's
lower
gonna
the
start
number?
with, it's gonna start with 1 gun in it. So we gotta sell a certain number of tickets to cover that. At what point could we add the second gun, even if we hold the third gun back? If we sold, let's say we sold 50 tickets, can we put the second gun in? And then, no, because we need to make money, I know, but that's what I'm like.
75 was an easy round number, was why I picked that.
I just wanna,
You're wanting to add a gun?
I would like to add the second gun earlier just to drive excitement. Even if we got to a break-even point and added the second gun in, and then we didn't add the third gun till we start making money. I don't wanna be behind. I'm not trying to get us to be behind.
So
we
to
already
do the
bought the
safe
gun.
and the first gun, we would have to sell 40,
20 tickets,
20, did you say 10 for the safe?
yes, 10 for the safe,
Okay, I was pricing a little bit higher, but okay.
Okay.
roughly.
So,
The
but
first gun's value is approximately 800 to 1,000,
$1,000.
$1,000.
Okay, so they're at 20, you break even on what you've
On
started.
what you've got in there.
Yeah.
So then.
So, I mean, do we want to
I'd say at least
50 tickets? And this
Put the
is,
second gun in.
yeah, and this is it sold, not the giveaway. So this
Right.
isn't the free ticket. We have to sell, and I think, okay, so 50 tickets, we'll put a second one in?
Yeah. Assuming that they're 100. I'm not saying tickets, I'm saying, I'm gonna do dollars. I'm gonna say, if you sold $2,000 worth of tickets, you
Right.
broke even. So 20, so another,
So if we sold $5,000 worth of tickets, we could add the second, and then,
and we've more than covered the cost on what we're giving away at that point,
on the
Yes.
safe
and the 2 guns,
the
Yeah.
two.
yeah.
and then, like I said, at the 7,000, we cover, and I was expecting the cost to be a little bit more.
Mhm.
So at the numbers that I had, it's $7,000. We have paid for everything we have into it.
Okay.
And that was why I went with the 70. So if we could add the second gun at say 50 then,
Yeah,
and
well,
that's 50 sales. So like I said, $5,000.
I said, we need to do it on dollars, not tickets, that's the problem, because we
Yeah.
do it on the 2 different ticket price. We need to do it on dollar amount, and roughly in there, I mean, my brain doesn't work that fast on the math, but yes.
Okay, so if we sold $5,000, that's when we would add the second gun.
Yeah.
And we'd have, what's the value of the second gun?
Just under 900.
So we'd have $3,000 in it.
Each one of them,
$5,000, we
it's 1,000, just under 900 and just under 1,300. So it's 3,000 for all three.
So yeah, I would say if at that point you've made a couple grand to drive excitement, because that's, I mean, we gotta sell that stuff.
So we can say then
Hey, we've sold enough tickets, we've had another.
$5,000 of ticket sales, $5,000, it will add the second gun. Do we want to add the third one then at 75? Because that kind of breaks even, 25, 50, 75.
So 7,500.
And that, the last one is a $1,300 gun?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. That
I
would make
wouldn't
sense.
go less than that, but yeah.
Okay,
we'll
so,
make
I
the
mean,
money.
again, once we have the numbers, then I'm gonna leave all of that up to you. So you'll have 100% of the ticket sales. You tell me when you're ready to go ahead and, we'll make the announcement that we're adding one.
Yeah, and the only thing we need to, yeah, I agree. And the only thing is when we get all there, when we start selling tickets, I want the retail value on what's there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And then when we put the second gun in, hey, we put a second gun, the retail value of this package is now.
right, and that we were advertising, that's what I was looking at, with all three in, and I was assuming that the safe went for either 2,500 or $3,000.
About $2,000 is about what.
So I was thinking 25, so I had it all calculated, they were winning, if they get the safe and three guns at 2,500 plus the three guns, they were looking at $4,500 or $4,800 worth of, retail, like I said, so.
so when you say 1,900, 1,300, is that our cost or retail?
That's our cost.
Our cost.
Retail add about another 300 or 400, 500 on it. I know that 1,300 one goes for $18.99.
And the safe, we're getting at about half of what retail is. Roughly. Between 50 and 60% of what retail is, and what we're getting the safe at.
So like I said, we can tell them it's $2,500 for the safe, and then. like I
Yeah.
said,
Send me the value and on the 1, 2, 3, and I'll look at the numbers a little more and.
So,
yeah, we'll figure it
okay.
out. Okay,
so you'll run that. I have, Monica and Laura will be here. So Monica's going to be my, banker. If anybody needs change, she's the one they're going to see. Monica's going to help me dish out the tickets, and then we're going to have runners running and selling tickets. The sellers will be dedicated to a certain area, so they can't, he can't stop me on the way to come to you guys. So that vendor will only walk 2 rows of tables. And then that's all they'll sell to. And then
There'll be someone designated.
each
all
2 rows of tables has one person dedicated to them. And that's all they're going to do is walk back and forth literally in the aisleway between those 2 tables and back to Monica and Laura. So they'll be bringing back cash and grabbing new tickets. And as long as the math works out, then they'll be able to go back up and start selling tickets again. The thing that we need to consider is we can sell, initially it won't be a problem, but we can sell for the side raffles, we can sell up to 3 at a time while we're kind of waiting. And then we have to make sure that all 5 guys sold out of all 3 of those before we move on to the 4th raffle, just because we don't want to miss tickets. Does that make sense? So we can do 3 at a time. And when we sit down and talk to all of our people, we're going to explain this. You know, if you're selling purple tickets and you sell out, you can go ahead and start selling, green tickets. And then if you sell out of those, you can go to blue tickets, but stop and don't go on until red, until everybody is sold out of all of their blue. That way we can make sure that we're selling all 30 tickets for each round, because if we're not, then we're actually losing money at some point.
and I've had a few people ask me, so I'm going, the side raffle is just whatever gun is up there, when you win, you get to go pick what's up there.
There's a selection wall, and they can pick from the wall whatever they want.
And the dealer is displaying that.
Yes, they'll have everything out. There'll be at least one of everything that's to choose from on the wall, including long rifles, shotguns, all that stuff. That stuff will all be displayed, and then they'll have some of them actually in boxes underneath, like some of the more popular pistols and things like that. They'll have 6 or 7 of those. And let's say you pick a 1911. You're going to get one off from underneath until they run out of underneath, and then you're going to get the one off the shelf, and then it's gone. You can't pick that one anymore.
And And so that's the reason, that's something that us and your people, when people are filing in, especially the table people that are getting early entry, go up there and browse the selection, because if you win, that is a first come, first served.
Yeah,
So that is a advantage to having early entry and buying a table, is you can go up there and browse the selection before the other 150 people or whatever get
Yeah.
here. So, I mean, that's just one more thing, value that we add to the table that we need to make sure that we're selling.
and, some of the items he may only have one or two of, which again, typically, if he's only got one of something, it's probably a very nice one of something. Typically, he has two or three of everything. But again, if it comes off the wall and disappears, it's no longer, there just isn't any more of those available.
Next question, on the side raffle, is there a limit of tickets on how many one person can buy of those tickets?
No, but each round, that person only has 6 tickets per round for that color. So you can buy 6 tickets because there's 30 tickets per round. So you can buy all 6 of them if you want, but then that person has to now start selling the next round, which is where we're getting into that. We have to make sure that everybody's selling out of that last color before we go beyond that third color. And I went way out on a limb here. I bought 10 different colored tickets, and as funny as it sounds, I got 10 different color envelopes. So they're all,
No, that's fine.
literally, if I tell everybody to, you can start selling
Yesterday.
You can start selling with, your purple, but you have to stop at yellow until everybody sells up through gray, let's say.
That's fine. I was just thinking that.
But yeah, so there is no
If there's
limit.
a nicer gun up there that maybe retail for more than 600.
Yeah.
I know people that would just go, here's
Here's
$600, sell me the whole color, and I'm gonna go pick the gun I want, especially early on when it's up
Yeah.
there. If it's a $900 gun, they just say $300 and got the gun
Yeah,
they want.
and
So
each person will only have 6 tickets for that round
it'd be
on
hard
them.
to do that, buy all 30.
So they can only
Okay.
buy, the max they can buy for a round would be 6, because like I said, each of those 5 runners have 6 tickets.
I've seen somebody buy a whole tip before, just so they
Yeah.
can-
Yeah.
So, and the idea is that it gives
Never say
everybody,
anything on a tip board, worth buying the whole tip board.
it gives everybody a chance, and, they can't, a little harder to say it's biased if there's only have 6 tickets, so.
They were all real bad like that when he did that.
They were getting our shirts.
Okay.
You get one?
They were getting our shirts, hadn't they?
All right, that's all that I've got, other than just laying out tables. Again, we're online, or anybody else got anything?
Do you guys want to wear Wayne t-shirts that night?
Oh.
Or are you getting something individual separately
Oh,
made?
yeah, I don't know that yet. I told her that, assuming that we're all reelected 4 days before this happens.
Well,
We all should have shirts on.
Well, we're still in until,
I know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
her
Well,
point
so
was,
we were talking
About
about the
getting-
possibility of getting, regular shirts that would
Yeah.
say, Wayne Township Board on them.
trust
But
me.
then Brian said that they had enough fire department shirts, so I could just get name tags made for us, and then
Which
we could wear.
I
fire
think for this
department.
year, because we're short notice and there's an election 4 days before, that's the way to go. And if we're all still here and we're all doing this next year, then I told her, I'd like to have like a nicer collared shirt that
Yeah.
was our names and our positions, so because people don't know who's on the board, and I think,
Right.
and I mean, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
this is, as much as this is about making money, it's also about the public seeing us doing work, them guys doing work, being involved in knowing who's on the department and knowing who's on the board.
Right.
So we need to make sure that we're standing out. So obviously, like I said, this is short notice, so I'll pretend to be a fireman for a day. Until the bell rings, I'm not running.
Right.
I'm working on, I've already talked to South Madison. I've got an email out to Noblesville. I'm trying to see if they will cover our area for the time of the event, from 4:30 to 10:30-ish. South Madison said as long as they have somebody available, they have no problem responding. They'll come over all day, every day. Noblesville has never given us a problem responding in our area, so I don't think it'll be an issue, but if we have the ability, I would like for us to be out of service.
Sure.
I don't know that that'll happen, but we're gonna try it anyway. Before you guys take off, if you get with him, get your t-shirt sizes, and again, we'll do that offline, so it's not on the air. And then we'll make sure that we have t-shirts for everybody. working it? We coming?
I may be in the field.
This is true too.
Okay, so you coming? Bring the tractor, we got room.
I'll have you
Park
it-
anywhere.
I'll have you park it
Yeah,
right down
except
here
the
between the
septic
telephone
field.
pole and the sign.
So,
All right, do we need anything for the July agenda items?
That's nice.
Yeah.
Because 2 weeks later,
It will be a gun rifle recall.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
one field.
And we'll start working on the budget.
Because we're gonna need 2 months to recover from that. So, May, I'll see you all at July.
Working on the 2027 budget.
Is that the only one we got? Is the next one?
July 7th to October 13th.
Yeah, I got it. Really. Put the damage to the
It's in your
tractor. We have
notes.
to replace the tractor because of this.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure I. put it-
So, I'll motion to adjourn. Turn off the
Second.
camera. Sorry, sidetracked there.
Let's shut that down.
Before the money starts.
What's the occupancy of the base?
If I have the doors open, there is no limit
Okay,
because it has to do with square footage and the ability to move people out.